Hello everyone and welcome to Season 1. Today we're watching Tomodachi Game, Episode 10. What happened last time? We had a couple things happen, so we're gonna break down by characters. So Mikasa was staying hiding, going mad really. We already saw him hallucinating, like it's been, 3 days since he started hiding. He only had half of a water bottle since for 3 days. He had half a water bottle for 3 days, and 3 days felt nothing. None of that he ate anything. He was dying, but he thought about giving up, but he decided to trust on Yuichi. After all, this was his chance of getting revenge on the Tomodachi Game people. So he just decided, no, whatever happens, happens. Meanwhile, we had Yuichi's plan going on. So last time we ended on him asking to join the other team. They were about to accept him, but then the youngest one decided to ask the captain. After all, they always listen to the captain. So the captain said no, unless the girl joins as well. Because if one of them joins, he can just call the other one and tell him the secrets. And sure, his debt would be doubled, but they would win.
例えば、片桐雄一がこちらに寝返って俺たちの味方として行動し、どうにかこちらの隠れ場所を聞き出して、残った女にそれを伝えて見つけさせる。片桐雄一の借金は増えてしまうが、この完全不利の中、勝利だけはつかむことができる。
And he decided not for both of them to join, so that raised a bit of suspicion. He was also provoking them, talking about how they always depend on the captain and everything. So they just stay quiet. The others just kept taking turns, watching over them, taking food to the captain. One time, each one went to look after one. So who was left with him was the blonde Yankee kid. He started praising the captain and everything to get him on a good mood. He started talking, and then Yuichi put the seed of doubt about, well, if you guys are such great friends, why are you even here? Somebody had adopted and pulled all of you in it.
本当に真っ当でまっすぐな精神を送ってるんだな。なのになんで友達ゲームなんかに参加する羽目になった？ 5人の中の誰が借金をしたんだ？
And as he was starting to raise doubt, the other guy came in to switch out with him because knew leaving him alone with Yuichi was not good. Well, by the time he reached Maria, she was gone. He went searching for her, and she was taking a bath, which surprised him. A girl, almost naked. He backed away, all embarrassed, was not letting his friend watch over her instead. That's when Yuichi called out that it's time to put the plan in motion, and they both ran. The other two ran after them. All the chase sequence happened. They reunite, and they were going by the cliffside. It seems like they were going to be caught, but then Yuichi pushes her off. And next thing we know, Yuichi is up with Mikasa, give him food and water, get him to revive, basically, and tell him everything that happened. So from all the probing he did on the last two days, he was seeing what makes them tick, what their personalities are like, so he knew they would stop and help her up. The blonde kid actually was the one to stop and actually convinced the other one to help him, because he wouldn't be able to bring her up. He was only able to stop her from falling. And that's, now that they got him some food and water, now it's time for the second part. Breaking up the bond on the other team. Like was mentioned before, they're not really fully trust each other. It's more like they have a charismatic leader. So in a way, like their bonds are weak outside of the leader. And that's when things start to break up. Like Maria started making moves, like acting all lovey-dovey with one of them, possibly some jealousy going on. They started fighting, and the blonde kid just decided, I'm gonna change teams. And that's where we stopped. I don't know if he just said that and they're gonna stop, or if he's actually gonna change teams. Either way, he's gonna mess up with the team bonding, and I wonder what's gonna be about the other ones in the group when they're back. How's their bonding gonna break apart? Either way, we're just gonna sit back and watch Yuichi's plan be in motion now. So maybe this is the last episode, or we're moving towards the end of this third game. Either way, just sit back and enjoy. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you use your own version and we watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. And with that being said, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. And that is destroy the relationships. And apparently that's his specialty. We saw it started being set in motion, but I'm curious how the other ones are gonna be affected. Yeah, I remember that. And that's a whole jealousy thing. A honey trap. It's always like that. Love and friendship when they're in conflict, it just ruins everything. Yeah, see, focus on him instead. She's focused on the second guy, and she's glaring at him. See. By the way, I can't help but not hear Chuya when he's talking. And he's very honest. Okay, now love affecting him, because that's really pull him. Okay, yeah, now what are they gonna do about her? Okay, well, I'm curious. Mm-hmm. And now gonna have one of them help her, of course, him. Yeah. Just putting the sugar on top. Yeah, he acts like the rebel, but he's kind and honest. So I guess that's a big factor in why he decided to change teams to be with her. Okay, so the others were back before that happened. Because we kind of skipped ahead until for him to join the other team. See, He's acting like the big bad. She's the defenseless one.
その子から離れろ。
なんで？
てめえは自分が何したのか忘れたのか。見ろ。さっきから震えてるじゃねえか。
そんなはずはないだろ。なあマリア、俺たちは同じチームだ。
They're good actors. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. See. Wait. I guess the other team? Yeah. Uh-huh. And that's one of the reasons he wanted to join the team. And that's also why it was permitted him to push her off. Yeah. See, he's always twisting the rules. That's not actually the color of his blood. It's not his actual personality.
だったら君がこっちに寝返ればいいんだ。
いや、ちょっと待って。なんか変だ。話ができ
Okay, the other noticing.
こいつの方が女慣れしてる分、女への警戒心が強いってと。
Mm-hmm.
俺たち騙されているんじゃないか。
騙すってなんだよ。まさかあの子の芝居だとでも言うのか。
彼女には悪いけど、そういう。
Yeah, see, he's catching on. And now they're fighting. Yeah. See, now they're just attacking each other. See, at least these two, it was very clear how their bond was gonna be affected.
はいはいそこまでです。
And the young guy is always the one meddling. He was the one that told the captain about
またキャプテン様のご登場か。
the captain when they were looking for a bleach hide. He was the one that told them to check with the captain. But yeah, easy to provoke him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the weak part of him being the hider. Because this is a charismatic power.
マリアは寝返りの提案を拒否する。当然百太郎はマリアに詰め寄る。そこでマリアは俺に弱みを握る。
And that's when there's always like little points where if Hyakuta hits him, they win. Mm-hmm. Joining your team instead. Okay, so they actually skipped ahead quite a bit when it showed that he wanted to join the other team. He has plans on top of plans on top of plans. Mm-hmm. He's very cautious.
だがキャプテンはこうも言ったんだよ。お前がどうしても彼女を
Yeah,
守り
the
たい
captain was the one that
方法がある
gave him the option.
これはまさか。ちょっと待てって。なんでそうなるんだよ。
Okay, and there it is. That's the part we were last time. So they actually skipped ahead quite a bit, like almost a third of the episode. Yeah. See, that's the part we were in. Yeah. You don't find it weird that he's the one that accepted. But now he's free to get violent on you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yuichi's good in a fight. Well, there's also that. Easy to predict. Look at Manabo, just look at the camera. Oh well. What can we do about them, huh? Yeah, the easy one fell to the bait. But I feel like there's more to your plan than that. Like breaking their relationships, not just getting Hyakutoru to join your team. Oh, she's telling him that part. Ah, and she's letting him know their conversation. And the others knew that he was fallible and did not trust him with the information. The kid separated them. Two people run, and the two people look for a hiding spot. Just like, yeah. See, I said it was a kid. I was always suspicious of the kid. Yeah. I called him out. She's gloating. Oh, you think Yuichi's not manipulating from the shadows? Yeah. And that's when Yuichi realized that Kate was a mastermind. I noticed. Was I a step ahead of Yuichi, or is he bluffing? The time bomb, Hyakutan. I'm trying to understand how getting Hyakutan to join them the reason they lose. Prince. I'm, I'm I'm a little confused of what his line here. Don't call me a blockhead. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
それとこのゲームが敵チームから暴力を受けたら即終了というルール。
なるほど。だから百太郎が爆弾。
Yeah, because he's... Ah.
分かったらいつものように威厳たっぷりに
Now they're gonna provoke Hyakutoru.
僕はちょっと別行動を取るから。
Just like Yuichi was provoking him. And they know him, so they know exactly what makes him tick. Number 1. It's the one only flaw. Classic.
このゲームに参加したのも退屈しのぎなんだと思うわ。友達ゲームが退屈
So he was the one that got them
だけど
into the game.
すぐに攻略法を見つけてしまった。門倉十三という絶対的信頼を得ている男を影から操ることで K グループ全体
So I guess K was the one that got them to the Tomodachi game, and he quickly figured out to use Juzo as the... Now I trust Yuichi. Yeah. And he's saying that right in front of Hyakutoru. So now you had to watch over your own team. You're already dead. Now that suddenly is gonna affect their friendship, because they're gonna be attacking their on ally or to win. And of course she's leaving at such an important moment. Does she believe in silver?
なんかもう飽きてきちゃったな。
そうなんですか、水瀬マリアさん。
And Kay's there.
あ、いや、今のは別に。
ごめんなさい、驚かせちゃって。実はあなたが一人になるのを待ってたんです。面倒なんで担当職に行きますね。
He's know about her.
君は運営側の人間でしょ。
バレてる。
So if she was alone, how is she better off than them? Good point. I did not even think about that. Because since I... Okay, what does K... See, he's adding even more things, so he's not trusting his other plan. Then again... Mm-hmm.
僕についた方が面白いですよ。もし君が裏切ってくれれば、あのド S で自信たっぷりな片桐雄一の完全
Overconfident, sadistic.
超情けない顔になった姿を見ることができるよ。
She's very interested in that. Maybe she's the sadistic one here.
超面白そうだね。
Hmm. See, and Kay showed up. Like, yeah,
わかった。
is he falling for this, or is he telling her a wrong location? I like the scene there. Her square actually moving away.
なんでそいつらと。お前まさか。俺たちを裏切ったのか。
I do believe it's all him acting. I have no idea how he's gonna get out of this, but now they're gone looking for it. They're not even gonna leave one person. Yeah. Kay calling him. Yeah, trying to play him now. That part, I agree with you. No, because it's already familiar with that. See? Ask him to talk loudly.
何も知らない奴が付き合ってる。
Don't shout, man.
俺はユイチにかけてるんだ。
わあ、びっくりした。でもよーく聞こえましたよ。そのおかげで見つけた。
Yeah. He really shouted. So they actually won, huh? Or did Yuichi find the captain? Or whatever it is. I'm waiting to see the result. And why is the winner is Group C.
片桐雄一、こいつは悪魔よ。確かにこの男は関わる人間すべてを不幸にするのかも。結局友達ゲームの本質とは友
It hasn't
を犯したやつを
made.
どこまで許せるのか。
How many of your friends are you willing to forgive? Oh, what's up with Shiba there? What was going on there? And they did not tell us the winner. I do believe that Yuichi won somehow while they were all going after Mikasa there. Because they let their guard down thinking like it's already a one game. And somehow he was able to win. Not really sure how though. I don't think I ever really pay attention to the ending. It's kind of nice. I like the tints each one has. Heart is like a purple. And Kokorogi is pink, of course. And the eyes are always a different color. But yeah, I think that's the end. Yep. And that's the end of the episode. Now, call it blind trust, but I am believing that Yuichi was able to win this. I'm not sure how, but I do think he won it somehow. That's why there's all this build-up of the winning team is next episode. Because it's gonna reveal that he actually won, and it's gonna explain how that happened. I don't know how he did it. I do believe he did it somehow. Now, as for the mastermind, the other team, I cap calling out the kid. Kei always stuck out to me every single time. I called him out also in the reaction to every single moment. So, see, that twist, I figure it out. But, yeah, having Hyakuteru switching teams so that technically he could beat up Yuichi, it's actually a bad move because of the same thing Yuichi was trying to do with him. Provoke him to get him to be violent. Which, yeah, he's very prone to that. That's the problem.
現在 C グループの百太郎が K グループの誰かに暴力を振るえば俺たちは即敗北だ。だから拘束したが、それはあくまですぐに勝てると思っての対処。
If you leave him alone, the odds can just provoke him and he will get violent. In fact, he couldn't even do it on purpose. He would get double debt, but his team would be able to win. So that's actually a self-sacrificing, easy strategy. Join the other team so that you can hit your team. You're being violent, your team is disqualified. Therefore, your actual team wins, you get double debt, but you win. Right? That's how it works. But yeah, now he was supposedly stuck with Hyakuteru being the time bomb, where if somebody provokes him and nobody's there to stop him, he's going to be disqualified. So their team already had a low number of people, and now they have to guard their own team. Well, the others still had 3 people. They could have one provoking him, one for each member of the other team to watch so that they won't feed Mikasa more again. So one to watch each one, and the other one could feed the captain or to provoke Hyakuteru, since one of these points would be alone. Either one of them guarding Hyakuteru, so that means that 2 spots would be occupied by 1 person. Therefore, 1 person could give food to the captain. If they're not together, that means you could provoke Hyakuteru. So it's kind of like a check situation.
爆発しないよう24時間見張ってないといけない。つまり俺たちはここから一歩も動けなくなったってことだよ。
And then Kei went a step further, having Maria join his team and revealing where Mikasa was hiding. Surprisingly, he told her the actual place. I thought he would just bluff and give her the wrong location. But then again, she was close by when they went there, so she would get an idea of the area either way, just not the exact spot. And Mikasa just fell for the trick to shout. Like, come on, man. You should have been smarter than that. You're wasting energy revealing your spot.
何も知らない奴が好き勝手に語るな。俺はユイチにかけてるんだ。
わあ、びっくりした。でもよーく聞こえましたよ。そのおかげで。
And I do feel it was a coincidence that it ended right at that moment, just to give that tension and the plot twist. But probably he had to do something, and maybe just seeing him was not enough. Maybe he had to touch him or something, and Yuichi actually did that right before. Or maybe Yuichi got one of them disqualified or something. I don't know. But yeah. Kei, so it seems like Kei was the one that got them into the Tomodachi game because he was bored. He's the typical good at everything. Therefore, I get bored easily. I believe Kisei in Kuroko no Basket was like that before too. He's so good. He gets good at every sport so quickly that he gets bored of it until he found a rival. So maybe he'll find Yuichi interesting. After all, it was able to entertain him this game.
嬉しそうですね、王子。
そういや、そうだね。 片桐雄一のおかげでここ数日を退屈せずに過ごせた。そういう意味ではそのきっかけをくれた君には感謝してるよ。
And as they were saying, like, apparently he got them to Tomodachi game and he quickly figured out how to use Juzo, the charisma tower, to keep the team united while Kei was actually the mastermind guiding them along. And yeah, it was always Kei calling the captain. Yuichi acting the villain, like, yeah, I guess he was just playing the part since he threw her off. But yeah, I don't know how he did it, but I do have faith that Yuichi was able to win somehow. I'm gonna have to wait till next week to figure out just how he did it. Imagine that they actually lost this. They don't know what happened. They'll have to play it again or something? Or are they gonna be like full of depth? Yeah, I don't know how. I don't remember what happens if they lose. But that's not gonna happen. Yuichi, you got this. And with that being said, see you next time. Bye!